Picture, what if the richest black man, the richest big dictatest black man of all time, what? What? Somebody
Hey, welcome back to my channel. I make commentary on trending topics and celebrity gossip. Please subscribe. I'm really trying to get to 500 before the end of the summer. Okay, so Kanye's back. Is he? I just saw on his Instagram the other day that's been wiped for a while that he's posting again. And actually, I saw on Twitter, X, whatever, I'm always calling it Twitter. Pardon me, he was posting, all of a sudden he was just like, oh, God is good, my kids FaceTime me, so I'm happy again, I forgive everyone who hurt me, I no longer have a problem with Jewish people, Kanye is back, his new Yeezy season 10 clothing line, blah blah. And my thing with Kanye is, like, as much as everybody wants to cancel him, or people try to cancel him, and I understand why, like, I really do, because let me just say, I'm not for any of the hate speech against any race, because it just doesn't make sense. Like, my boyfriend and I were discussing this yesterday, and he was even saying, like, it doesn't make sense to be racist. Like, the only reason why we look different from each other is based on geographically where you grew up, where your ancestors are from. So your hair, your face, your facial features, your skin, all of that is just added adaptation based on the land that you live on to make it easier for you and your genes and the people who come after you to survive on that land. Like, that's really it. You have wider nostrils because you live in a hotter climate. So therefore your nostrils are larger to be able to breathe in the air, lips bigger to be able to release the heat. And same on the reverse end. You have smaller nostrils, smaller lips because you live in a colder climate. You don't need to release that heat. You need to be able to keep it in, etc. But anyways, off topic. First off, first thought, I do think Kanye does have, like, bipolar disorder, or because, you know, when you hear about or you see or whatever, manic depressive disorder, right? Like, super high highs and you're happy and you're great and life is wonderful, and then super low lows and you're depressed and you hate everything and you're raging and you're manic and you're maniac, like maniac, whatever. I feel like we watch that with him all the time. But on the flip side, like, I do see why he's like, F the medicine, F these doctors. Let's not forget that that trainer, Harley Pasternak, who is just a celebrity personal trainer, who is the personal trainer of Aaron Carter and Brittany Murphy and people who just randomly died. Let's not forget that guy and what he said to Kanye, like, you better stop saying what you're saying or else I'm gonna drug you and lock you back in the psych ward and put you back in La La Land, and play dates with your kids will never be the same again. What the F is that about? Let's look into this guy. Lock that guy up. That guy is a problem. That is a threat. That is insane. And Kanye's been speaking out about it. And I would be terrified if I was him to be taking any type of medicine, because you see all these celebrities, Michael Jackson, everybody, anybody who speaks up against anything, all of a sudden gets sick and mixes the wrong medicine and accidentally offs themselves. Like, it's not a coincidence that this stuff is happening. People in positions of power who are speaking out against disgusting behavior and systems are always going to be in trouble. They're always going to have a target on their back because they're exposing things. And Kanye's been exposing things. And I feel like the only reason why you can't really cancel Kanye is because he doesn't give a F. Kanye does not give a F about what anybody thinks. That's why he keeps getting his money back. Plus, he's smart. He's not just sitting there moping and crying in his bed. He is like, how do we make money? How do we do this? What's the new thing? Put me onto the new whatever, and let's figure it out. And I am so inspired by that with Kanye. Like, I do find the anti-Semitic stuff absolutely disgusting. But when you go through, like, my boyfriend and I were discussing this yesterday too. Like, if you're somebody who's gone down the quote unquote woke conscious rabbit hole, like I have, you can see Kanye and his thought pattern of that. Like, you can see him going down the conscious rabbit hole. And when, like my boyfriend was saying, like when you go through that, like, quote unquote awakening to like what's really real, like that being unplugged from the matrix thing, you want to tell everybody, you want to tell all your friends, you want to help all your people and be like, look, this is what's really going on, and wake up, and we need to fix things, and blah blah blah. And so that's why all the crazy Twitter stuff, not to mention, I do really think he does have some bipolar disorder. But then the Jewish stuff, like, I understand that maybe like Jewish people control a huge portion of the media or whatever. And it's not just Jewish people. Like, there are other people in high positions of power that aren't Jewish that are doing disturbing things too. But I just can't get with that. Like, let's not say we want to annihilate a whole race of people. That's disgusting. Some of the best people in my life that have literally helped me in my lowest spots, in my darkest days, are Jewish people. So shout out to them. I love them with my whole heart, and I couldn't imagine anything happening to them just because they're Jewish. So I do not agree with anybody who is racist against any race, because you cannot take an entire race of people and pin it on one or two or three or four or five people do. That's not fair. It's not right. And it's disgusting to me. And I do think that that's gross. I also think Kanye's into some twisted sexual preferences, which is why I think he defends Diddy. Like, I don't think Kanye is an innocent person who isn't wrong in a lot of the things he says, but I can see where he's coming from in the aspect of like going down this woke rabbit hole. And I really do think Kanye is a genius. Like, he came from lower middle class. He had smart parents. He never gave into this whole like, I'm a thug, I'm a drug dealer, blah blah blah. He's never talked like he was some tough guy. He was just himself authentically, and look how far it made him go. Like, I love the idea of somebody being able to come from something and just be proud of who they are and be authentic in themselves and not care what other people think. And look how far it's brought him in life, truly. Like, I've always been a huge fan of Kanye, the producer, Kanye, the artist, Kanye, the clothing designer. Like, you cannot stop somebody with a mentality like that. And as much as everyone wants to cancel him and whatever else, I understand why. But at the same time, I understand his side too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I feel. So tell me what you think. Is Kanye back? Is he better? Is this just another manic depressive cycle? I want to know your guys' opinions. So let me know in the comments below, and please subscribe. Thank you.
Picture, what if the richest black man, the richest big dictatist black man of all time, what? What, did somebody say something? The richest, what if the richest big dictatist black man, best producer, best artist, best clothing designer, best shoe designer, best marketer, new music. We have to think about it like this. We used to think about it like, okay, I want to make an album where I can win a Grammy. Now the idea has to be, I want to make an album. No, I want to take the fact I'm in the system to make a system that Lauryn Hill would feel comfortable making music in. That was a good one. We should probably put that up.